Did you know that 93% of consumers say online reviews impact their decision on where to eat or drink? That means your Google reviews are probably your most important part of your marketing. And most bar owners are going to wait for good reviews to happen. But what you really need is a system that makes good reviews happen. Welcome to the Bar Business Podcast. I'm your host, Chris Schneider, the Bar Business Coach. And if you're tired of figuring out every bar problem alone, well, join Bar Business Nation, our free Facebook group for bar owners who want better ideas and real conversations. The link's in the show notes. Today on the Bar Business Podcast, we are talking about why reviews matter more than almost anything else that you are doing for marketing. And then we're going to talk about the system to help you get more awesome reviews. Because here's the thing. If you're like most bar owners, you're doing the good work. Your regulars love you. But Google profile, when we go look at your reviews, you have 50, 60, maybe 80 reviews. And you have no idea why the place down the street, which is not as good as you, has 200 or 300 or 400 reviews. They don't get lucky. They have a system. And so we're going to talk about review velocity and how rating is now one of the number one factors in local search. How to get found when someone types in bars near me, and why this is way easier than you think it is. So first, I really want to talk about why do reviews matter more than most of your marketing put together. And the bottom line is, especially if you're in a tourist location, when someone goes online and they search bars near me, that Google rating is something they're relying a lot on. I mean, if you really think about it, if you're in a tourist area, views are what matters. It's why people are going to pick you over the bar down the street. And I think too often we go, well, the difference between 4.2 or 4.3 and 4.6 is very small, right? We're talking about a difference of 0.3, 0.4. But there's research out there. The actual data in this business points to the fact that when you are 4.5 or higher on Google reviews, you're going to have more people come in. You're going to have happier guests because they have a preconceived notion that you're better. You're going to see more foot traffic. You're going to see higher sales. You're going to see, therefore, better tips to your team. When your team gets tipped better, you have higher staff retention. These reviews are going to snowball either in a good way or a bad way for you. And rather than doing nothing about that, you can do some things to actively manage them. Now, if you do this properly, it is free marketing that works for you 24. And the big thing here that you have to do, and this is going to sound really crazy, but the thing you have to do is ask people to leave your reviews. Now, is it within the terms and conditions to tell people, hey, I'll give you a free beer if you give me a 5-star review? No. Should you do that? Probably not. It's a little shady. There's nothing wrong ever with asking people to leave you a review. Frankly, better off asking people to leave you a review when they're having a good time and they're happy than when they're having a bad time and they're sad. Like, one of those is going to get you a better review than the other. So how do we do this? Well, we just ask them. You say something like, hey, if you had a great night, I'd really appreciate it if you left us a review on Google. It would make a huge difference from us. It means a lot to us when the folks that have a great time here tell other people how great of a time. Be simple, be direct. Hey, looks like you guys are having a great time. If you could leave us a review, I would really appreciate it. When you ask for that as an owner, that's going to tell people, right? Especially if you see people having a great time. You don't know them. You go over, you introduce yourself. You talk to them a little bit. And hey, if you're having a great time, leave us a review on Google. Really would appreciate it. That's how you get good reviews. Now, again, if someone's having a bad time, if someone's sad, if somebody looks depressed, don't ask them for a review. Not to say that they wouldn't give you a good one, but statistically, it's a lot less likely. Now, as the owner, you can do that, but you can also train your team to do this. They know when people are having a great time. They know when people are excited, right? They know when people are celebrating a special event. That's another great time to ask people for reviews. People come in from an anniversary, a birthday, a celebration. They're having an awesome time. Be like, hey, I'd really appreciate it if you left us a review. Why? Because now they're in an even better mood. The review is going to be even better. But train your team. And if you don't want to do everybody, that's fine. But train your best people then to ask people to leave reviews. And if you have you go, well, I don't need to do that. I have a QR code on a table tent. I have it on my menu. I have it on my website. Ain't nobody going to do that. People react positively to personal invitations from other humans. So unless you have a human inviting a human to do something, chances of that human doing it are very low. Very low. Now, if you do this and you can target 5 new reviews a week, and because you're picking out people having a great time, that's going to be good reviews, 4 or 5-star reviews, preferably 5-star reviews. You're going to see that review number tick up. You're going to see that review rating tick up. You're going to be looking better online when people go to search. Now, on the flip side of this, anytime we get a bad review, we need to go leave a response. Every bad review gets a response. Every bad review gets a response. It's very important. And you need to leave that response within 24 hours. Now, you acknowledge it, don't argue with them about what happened, and invite them back in. It sounds corporate, it sounds cheesy, but do it. And say something like, we're sorry you had a terrible time. That's not what we try to do. Blah, blah, blah. Don't excuse it, but say, hey, I'm sorry. It's not what we're trying to do. I'd love for you to come back in. Go ahead if you want to reach out to me directly. My phone number is. My email is. And then people tell me, you're crazy. I'm not going to put my phone number on Google. Okay, maybe, whatever. But I'll tell you right now, I got an office phone sitting behind me. It's 812-02. That's probably the 10th time I've said on this podcast. And I know a lot of you are wondering, oh my God, why is this guy putting out the phone in his office? Actually, it's my home phone. I work out of my home. Right? People are going, oh my God, why would somebody put their number out on the internet like this? I've done it 10 times. I've gotten like 5 phone calls ever. So it's not that big of a deal to put your phone number out there. Ain't nobody going to call it probably. But that person who had a bad time, they might call it. And even if they don't, even if that person never comes back in, it's not about them. That's not why we're leaving the response. We're leaving the response so that other people, when they look at the reviews, if you're like me, I like to look at the bad reviews when I'm looking at a place. I don't care what the good reviews are. I look at the 1, the 2, the 3 stars. And if I see that the owners responded, invited them back, given them a contact point, I go, okay, these guys care. I don't know why this person left a bad review. Maybe they did have a shitty experience. Maybe the restaurant was having an off night. Maybe the bar was just screwed up. Maybe they were understaffed. I don't know. But it's clear to me that the ownership, that the management care, and therefore I'm not going to pay as much attention to this review as I otherwise would. It shows that you care. When you show that you care, you make people more comfortable. You make them want to come in. You make them want to frequent your establishment. And that's the whole reason why we're doing these online reviews, because it is the best online marketing we can do. Now, how do we make this stick? How do we build this in as part of our system? Well, we do it in our pre-shifts, right? Just like anything else we want our servers to do, anything else we want to train on them, we want to approach that during our pre-shift. And we do that by saying, hey guys, tonight, if one of your tables is having a great time, if they're having an amazing experience, if they tell you how much fun they're having, ask them to leave a review. And then we can gamify this with our team. We can see who can get their name in reviews the most, right? Now we're making it a team metric. We're having some fun with it. Obviously, tell your team you can't pay people. You can't bribe them. These have to be real customers. All the caveats that I gave you at the beginning of this podcast. But when you gamify it, when you make it fun, when you make it a competition among the folks on your team, you will not only see those reviews come in, you will see them come in quickly. You will see your rating go up, and your business will be all the better for it.
That about wraps it up for today. If you're tired of sorting through bar problems by yourself, come join us inside Bar Business Nation. It's our free Facebook group for bar owners and operators talking about what's working, what's not, and how to make the business easier to run. Search Bar Business Nation on Facebook, and I'll talk to you next time.